You ever walk into a hotel room and think, whoa, this feels expensive?
All the time.
That's what we're talking about today. That luxurious bedroom vibe.
Yes.
But without,
The expense.
the celebrity budget.
Right.
So we're cracking the code to recreate that at home.
Love it.
And we've got 10 trending design ideas to get started. Hold these together.
Yeah.
Some product suggestions to kind of,
Spark some ideas.
spark some creativity.
Yeah.
But before we get lost in the weeds, I'm really curious about something.
Okay.
What are the common threads here? Like, what are the design principles that actually make a space feel luxurious, even if it isn't, about the price tag?
Yeah, it is interesting, isn't it? It's like our brains are hardwired to, I think, to equate certain things with luxury. And one of the big ones is this idea of visual calm.
Interesting.
Think about those high-end spas.
Right.
They're never cluttered.
Never.
They're not visually jarring. Everything feels intentional, curated, and
That makes total sense.
yeah,
Clutter is like, it's the enemy of calm.
100%.
Right.
Yeah, it's not even just about being tidy. It's about creating this sense of balance and harmony
Right.
in the space, which subconsciously I think we associate with that luxury.
Fascinating.
And then another really powerful one is that connection to nature,
Oh, yeah.
bringing the outdoors in.
Bringing the outdoors in.
Right. So natural elements, whether it's plants or wood tones or even just like soft natural fabrics, they have this incredible ability to just soothe us,
Yeah.
to make us feel grounded.
Makes sense.
And it's like tapping into that primal need
Totally.
to connect with the natural world.
Yeah, it's like we're hardwired for it.
We are.
Okay, so we're talking about creating a space that's both visually calming and connected to nature.
I like it.
Those are some good, starting points.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's get into these 10 tips. Let's do it. Starting with, I think, the foundation,
Okay.
upgrading your bedding.
Yes.
Okay, our source really emphasizes this whole high-quality sheets thing,
Right.
which, kind of a no-brainer.
Of course, yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's so much hype around thread count.
Yeah.
And I have to admit,
Mhm.
I used to be like, oh, higher the thread count, the more luxurious the sheets.
Right.
But it's not that simple, is it?
It's not that simple.
So can you enlighten us a little bit? Like, what should
Okay.
we really be looking for when it comes to luxurious bedding?
Okay, so thread count,
Yeah,
it's become a little bit of a marketing ploy.
interesting.
It is important, but only in the context of the type of fiber.
Oh, okay.
You could have a really high thread count sheet
Mm-hmm.
that feels really rough and scratchy because it's made with short, low-quality fibers.
Interesting.
Instead of getting hung up on that number, focus on those natural, breathable materials,
Okay.
like a long staple cotton, a linen, or even silk if you're feeling really fancy. Fancy if your budget allows.
Right. Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's about the feel
Yes.
of the fabric,
Yeah,
not
it's-
just some number on a tag.
Yes.
Okay,
And
100%.
speaking of feel, I want to talk about texture.
Okay, yeah.
Because this tip really resonated with me. This whole incorporating different textures throughout the room.
Yeah,
It seems like such a subtle thing.
Yeah.
But it makes a huge difference.
it does.
Why is that?
Well, I think it's all about creating that multi-sensory experience.
Interesting.
Think about like if you're staying in a hotel room
Okay.
and you have like those really scratchy polyester sheets
Right.
versus, you get into a hotel bed and you have plush velvet throws and crisp linen sheets.
Yeah.
Our sense of touch is so primal. It's so linked to like our comfort and pleasure.
Right.
And so I think by layering those textures, whether it's, a faux fur blanket or some like luxurious velvet pillow covers,
Yeah.
you're not only adding depth and visual interest, but you're creating this like tactile richness
Right.
that just elevates that whole experience.
It's true. It's like it's like the difference between listening to music
Yes.
on basic speakers
Right.
versus like a top-of-the-line sound system.
100%.
A whole other level of engagement.
Right. You're engaging all the senses.
Yes.
And that kind of ties in beautifully with the next one I wanted to highlight, which is layering your lighting.
Yes, lighting. This is huge.
This is big.
I can speak from personal experience
Yeah.
how much of a difference it makes.
Mhm.
I used to have like just one harsh overhead light in my bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the opposite of relaxing.
Right. It's like trying to create a cozy ambiance
Yeah.
in a supermarket.
That's
like
right.
it's just not going to work.
Not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Layering your lighting is crucial for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So instead of relying on that one,
Right.
harsh overhead, what should we be doing?
Well, think about like a mix of soft lamps,
Okay.
maybe some strategically placed spotlights
Oh,
to
interesting.
highlight, you have a piece of artwork that you love,
Right.
or maybe some interesting architectural details,
Right.
and even a statement chandelier.
Ooh. I like where this is going.
Right. Just to add that touch of glamour.
The statement chandelier. It's like adding jewelry to your room.
There you go. Yeah.
Right. And you know what else feels like? Jewelry for your furniture.
Ooh, what's that?
Hardware.
Oh, yes.
That was like one of my biggest takeaways.
Yeah, it's one of
It's
those.
on this list.
It's one of those little details
Yeah.
that makes a big impact.
It does.
It really does.
It's incredible.
I know, swapping out,
Yeah.
old cabinet knobs or drawer pulls.
Right. Yeah.
It can completely elevate
It's true.
the whole look and feel of a piece.
Yeah.
It's like you're saying every detail matters in this space.
Yes.
Which, to me, that's a hallmark of luxury.
Right. And it can be a really budget-friendly way
Oh, for sure.
to update your furniture without replacing everything.
Exactly.
Right. You don't have to go out and buy all new furniture.
Exactly.
Switch out the hardware.
Yeah, give it a little facelift.
Okay. Now, speaking of making a statement,
Okay.
we got to talk about incorporating statement pieces into the bedroom.
Yes.
Um,
This doesn't have to be a big ticket item either.
right. Right.
It could
Got to
be
be something small.
something as simple as like a really striking piece of wall art,
Right.
or a unique headboard that you love,
Mm-hmm.
or you find like an antique dresser at a flea market that you're obsessed with.
Yeah, it's finding that one piece that speaks to you
That's it. That speaks to your style.
and becomes kind of the focal point of the room.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to let your personality shine through here.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, luxury isn't about following some prescribed formula.
Right.
It's about creating a space that feels authentically you.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, and speaking of making a statement, we can't forget about mirrors.
Mirrors.
Mirrors they're magic.
Yes.
Right. Making a space feel larger,
Mm.
brighter. Expert, what's the science behind this? Like, how do they do that?
Well, they're bouncing light around a room,
Okay.
which makes it feel more open
Mm.
and airy.
That makes sense.
And that's especially effective in a smaller bedroom where, you want to maximize that sense of space.
Mm.
So a large mirror opposite a window, for instance,
Okay.
is going to amplify that natural light
It's such a simple
and make your bedroom feel instantly
Yeah.
larger and more inviting.
It's such a simple but effective trick.
Totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know what else can help create that like larger, more open feeling?
What's that?
Decluttering.
Yes.
This is huge.
It's a huge.
Right.
Yeah.
Like why is a clean and organized space so crucial for that luxurious feel?
Clutter is like, it's visual noise pollution.
Oh.
Right. It bombards our senses.
Mm.
It creates a feeling of chaos and overwhelm,
Right.
which is it's the antithesis of luxury.
Totally.
So a well-organized space
Yeah.
promotes peace, tranquility,
Right.
a sense of control, which again,
Yes.
all hallmarks we associate with a luxurious experience.
That's so true. It's like if you're at a spa
Yes.
and there are towels strewn all over the place.
Right. Exactly.
It's not relaxing.
It's not relaxing.
Right.
It's not what you're there for.
You know what else can help create that tranquility?
What's that?
Greenery.
Yes.
Bringing in some plants.
So good.
I'm a huge fan of plants in
Yeah.
the bedroom.
Mhm.
It instantly makes me feel calmer, more relaxed.
Mhm.
Expert, what's the science behind this? How do plants like enhance that luxurious feel?
Well, I think plants just have this incredible ability to transform a space,
Yeah.
both aesthetically and psychologically.
Intricate.
Not only do they add, that touch of life.
Vibrancy.
Yeah.
But studies have shown
Okay.
that being around plants
Mm-hmm.
can actually reduce stress levels,
Oh, wow.
boost your mood,
Interesting.
even improve concentration.
Really?
Yeah, so it's not just about the aesthetics.
It's about well-being.
It's about well-being 100%.
It's about, how they make you feel,
Yes,
which I think is a big part of luxury.
I agree. And
Yeah.
the great thing is there are so many options.
Right.
You can go with a statement-making snake plant
Right.
if you want something really low maintenance,
Mm-hmm.
or if you want to go more lush and leafy,
Yeah.
you can do like a beautiful olive tree.
So many options.
It really is about just
Mhm.
finding the plants that speak to you
Yes.
and that work within your space.
that complement the aesthetic. Yeah.
Exactly.
And speaking of grounding a space, Let's talk about rugs.
Rugs.
Okay, there's nothing quite like sinking your feet into a plush rug.
At the end of a long day.
The best feeling.
Expert speaker, what role does a rug play? Like, how does it add to that luxurious ambience?
I think a rug, it's like the foundation of your bedroom's design scheme, right?
Okay.
It kind of anchors the space. It adds warmth.
Right.
It creates this nice visual focal point.
Right.
But beyond the aesthetics,
Okay.
a rug also contributes to that feeling of luxury through its texture and its comfort.
Right.
Imagine like stepping out of bed in the morning onto a cold, hard floor versus this like plush, high pile rug.
Totally different experience.
Totally different.
Yeah, yeah.
World of difference.
And finally, let's talk about the importance of personalization.
Yes.
Because this is what truly makes a space feel like home.
I agree.
Or in this case, like a luxurious retreat.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, 100%.
You can have the most beautifully designed bedroom.
Right.
But if it doesn't have that personal touch, it's not going to have that same effect.
It's not going to resonate the same way.
So how do we do that? How do we bring in those personal touches?
That's where those personal touches come in.
Yeah, okay.
Whether it's, cherished photographs, travel mementos.
Love that.
Favorite books. Even if you're into crystals or candles, create a little vignette.
Right, create a little moment.
That feels like it's about infusing the space with your unique story.
So it's about creating a space that feels curated.
Yes.
Not decorated.
Perfectly said.
This has been such a fun, I feel like I've learned so much.
Me too. It's been fun.
Expert speaker. What's one final thought you want to leave our listener with as they kind of embark on their bedroom transformation?
I would say, remember, luxury is personal.
Yeah.
So, don't be afraid to experiment.
Yeah.
Break the rules a little bit.
Have fun with it.
And most importantly, have fun with the process.
Yes.
Because it should be enjoyable. Right. It shouldn't feel like a chore.
It shouldn't be stressful.
Like, this is your space. Cool. Make it yours.
Love it. All right.
All right.
Well, that's our deep dive.
That's it for today.
I hope you enjoyed it.
We'll see you next time.